What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you with us. Today we're going to be building a Scorpion-style starship. I'm calling this the DeathStalker. Just a Scorpion-looking ship. I saw something similar online and thought I'd make one for myself. So we'll present you guys with the easy-to-follow build guide. Let me just break this thing apart and we'll start the build. All right, first thing you got to do before you could build this is grab the specialty parts from your vendors. Over at Teo Astroneering, you're going to grab yourself the Shipbed 200 landing bay and then make your way over to New Homestead, where you're going to pick up 6 Slayton Aerospace 6830 engines. And if you haven't unlocked these, grab yourselves the 5830 engine. And also from the same location, grab 4 NG20 landing gears. Make sure you buy them in this variant. They do have the wides, the 4s, so just get the normal ones. Get 4 of those. And finally, go over to Deimos Star Yard and grab a 100 DP Slim Docker top. That's it for specialty parts. Everything else is available to build at your landing pad with Shipbuilder over at your outpost. So make your way to your outpost and start by placing down your Shipbed 200 landing bay with the entrance facing the 4 of your build. And then grab a Teo Engineering 3x1 bay from your HAB section and place that down. Make sure it's the bottom A so you have the smooth sides, no attachment points. And then grab a Teo cowling aft bottom and place that at the back of your 3x1. After that, bring in a Deimos hull A and just place that right on your build. And what we're going to do is drop all of these parts into here. So they're all going to be hidden. That's the shield, the reactor, and the grav drive. So how we're going to do this is first bring out 2 more Deimos hulls and duplicate them, and then we're going to be doing the drop-down glitch. Now, the reason we have this here is you don't really need it. You could put these parts right there and then merge them into each other. But I like to put a Deimos hull there so that it just colors the sides, so you don't see the side of these showing. You'll still see like the color. So once you have this set up, duplicate your shield down by selecting your shield and your bottom Deimos hull and duplicating. They'll drop down. And now you can see we have a shield underneath this. Okay. You could delete this extra Deimos hull after duplicating everything. Now just grab your grav drive and set that on top. And what we want to do is just duplicate this down 1 time. So select that in the bottom Deimos hull and duplicate it. Now we want to do the same thing with the reactor, but we can't set the reactor on top of here. So what you want to do is grab a couple of these Deimos hulls and duplicate them and bring them over here and set them like that. Now we have an attachment point right here for the reactor. So go ahead and bring your reactor up and set it right there. Now we could duplicate that down. And we want to duplicate this, the one we just duplicated, down 1 more time. So again, select that and your bottom Deimos hull. And then duplicate. Now you could delete these extra reactors. We have a reactor in here. And you could delete these 2 Deimos hulls. And you could delete these. We're gonna keep 2 of these out. We might be using them again here. Actually, we're probably not. That's probably it for our duplicate glitches. All right, at this point, grab a Teo 2x1 bottom B. In my case, I'm going to use a living quarters and attach that on the aft side of your grav drives. And then grab another Teo 2x1. This is a mid. And I'm using an all-in-one berth to attach that to the fore side of your grab drives. And then at the fore end of that, you could bring in some Teo forward sensors and attach those. Okay, we do have one more part to drop in, and that's going to be a fuel tank. So again, the fuel won't attach to the top of the grab drive, so duplicate these two, set them up here, put your fuel in there, and then duplicate that down once, and then duplicate the bottom one down again. All right. Now that should be it with the drop-down duplications. And then at this point, we're just going to grab a Teo 2x1 top A, and I'm going to use the control station. You could use anything you want. And just attach it right here over the grab drive so it should be red. Then you're just going to change the variant and change it back and click cancel. And that'll lock that into place. And now we're going to just bring in two more Teo 2x1 tops. I'm going to use an all-in-one berth at the back, and I'm going to use a science lab at the front. So you could just duplicate this one and change the variant if you want. So now you're looking at that. And then you're going to bring out a Teo cowling 4 top and attach that right there. At this point, you can bring Stroud engine mount, and this is going to attach to the grav drive. So make sure it's in this spinned variant, so you have like this curve over on this side. Show you from the top. Okay, it's curved. And then bring out a Stroud cap A and attach that to the fore section of your engine bracer. And they should have these clips right here. It should all like line up. So make sure they're all, this is in the port 4 top variant, and this doesn't tell us what variant it is. In any case, you're gonna duplicate this and flip it 3 times, 4 times, and attach it on the other side. That's 4 flips. And then duplicate the Shroud cap A and flip that 3 times and attach that right here. Then you could bring out your Slayton Aerospace engines and attach one onto your engine bracer. Now notice it's at the top. We still have another mount on the bottom down there. Duplicate it and bring one to the other side. And now you can duplicate this, and you're gonna flip it so that it's the opposite of this one. You still want it. You still want this curve lined up with this curve, and attach that to the bottom. And then same with this. You're gonna duplicate it and flip it, and attach that on the bottom. So from the bottom view. That's how they look. All right, same on the other side. Duplicate, and then flip it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times for that one. Attach it here, duplicate this, flip it 1, 2, 3 times, and attach it. All right, now I want you to just move these 2 off really quickly, and you're gonna bring in a Deimos Bracer A and place that right here. And then you could put this top one back in place, and then bring your bottom one back in place, but flip it to get it to snap in. So we're gonna flip it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then cancel. And now that'll lock it in place over the bracer. Duplicate that bracer, and we're gonna do the same on the other side. You actually don't even need to move that top one out. Just bring this off, move in your bracer, and then bring this in, flip it 6 times, and cancel. And now our bracer's locked in. Next, grab shroud cap B and attach that to the bracer, duplicate it and flip it, and bring one to the other side. And now you're going to grab your Nova 20 landing gear and attach it to the bottom of your shroud cap B, duplicate it, and bring one over to the other side. And now we want to get 2 more in the same spot. So select both of those and your bottom Deimos hole and duplicate down. Now that puts one on the bottom. And now we're going to duplicate these up. So select both of these red ones and your top Deimos hole and duplicate up. And now we've got 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom, so you could delete the bottom one on both sides. And we have 2 landing gears here and 2 landing gears here. So you could delete some of these extra Deimos holes. And then let's see, what's next? Now you're gonna bring out a Teo spine B and attach that in front of your shroud cap B, duplicate it, bring one to the other side. And then below that, you could attach a Teo braking engine, duplicate that and bring one to the other side. And then in front, bring in a Nova weapon mount and attach it to your Teo spine, duplicate it, and bring one over to the other side. And now bring a Teo cowling out, flip it to the aft bottom variant, snap that in place right here, flip it twice and cancel, and then duplicate that, and then bring it to the other side, snap it into place, flip it twice, cancel, and that'll put that into place. Last thing we want to do is put this right here, but it won't go. So just move your spine out of the way and bring this in, flip it twice and cancel, and then bring your spine back in and flip it, change the variant twice and cancel. And that puts that spine in there. That spine's required to connect the mount. Okay, duplicate and flip your shroud nose cap C. Bring it to the other side, move your spine off, bring your nose cap into place, flip it twice, cancel, bring your spine into place, change the variant twice, and cancel. And that gives us that. Next up is the tail. So let's just bring this a little closer so we got something easy to work with. All right, first part you're going to bring in is a Teo bottom A, 1 by 1. Bottom A, make sure it's the bottom A with the smooth sides. And then bring in a Teo cowling and attach it to the rear. Duplicate and flip your Teo cowling and bring it up. Place one right there. And then bring out a Teo 1 by 1 top A companionway. Place that in this position. And a Nova cowling 1L and place it in front of your bottom companionway. Next, we're going to be bringing out a Teo control station 2 by 1 and attach that above the companionway. And then you can duplicate this Teo cowling and bring one up right here. And then bring out a Teo 2 by 1 top. I'm using an all-in-one berth. Attach that right here. Then you could duplicate this cowling and bring it to the top. And you could duplicate the tail one by one and bring that up to the top. And then you'll place your Deimos 100 DP Slim Docker above the companionway and attach a Magellan C2 cockpit to the fore end of the one by one. And that completes the basic build of the DeathStalker Scorpion. Final thing to do would be to put on your weapons. Now, weapons are completely up to you, but I'm going to show you a couple unique ways that I'm going to use my weapons on this build. So the first thing I'm going to do is move these off. And what I'm going to do is, on this particular build, I'm just using a whole bunch of Vanguards. So I got Vanguard Obliterators, Vanguard Hellfire Autocannons, and then I got some Jishaku Rapid Railguns. So I'm going to bring an equipment plate and place that into these 4 locations. And then I'm going to bring out my railgun, which has a power of 3, so I could have 4 of them to get maximum weapon power. And I'm going to duplicate that and put that on each of these 4 locations. And that's my 4 railguns. That gives me max weapon power. And then I'm just going to move these into position and flip them till they snap in. And then cancel. Okay? So again, with this one, you're going to just snap it in, flip it 6 times. And cancel. These ones you'll flip 4 times. Let's grab this weapon mount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 4. We only need 4 on that one. Cancel that. So that gives us railguns that are hidden. And I really, if you guys watched any of my builds, you know I just don't like weapons showing if they don't need to. I do like weapons showing in these Nova mounts, however. Now for these 2 weapons, I can have 6 of each because they're a max power of 2. So I'm going to have, 2 on each side. I'm going to have 3 of each of these in here. So it's going to be a little tricky to do. So first thing we're going to do is put our autocannons into place. Or any weapon you're using, you'll put this into place first. Okay, once you have those there, move your... Actually, you don't even need to move that off. Just bring a Deimos hole and set it on top here. And then bring one to the other side. Now what you're going to do is duplicate this to the top. And then duplicate this Nova mount up as well. And now you can delete the weapon from the top mount and place your 3rd weapon in that inner spot on the mount. Sometimes you got to do this a couple times to get it to snap in the right spot. There you go. Once you get it there, do the other side. All right. And now we're going to do drop down duplication to get this and this merged onto the bottom one. So select both weapon mounts in the bottom Deimos hole and duplicate, and you'll get a drop down. And now at this point, you're done with these Deimos holes completely. Delete all the Deimos holes and your top weapon mounts. Oops, shoot. Never mind. My weapon didn't go down. Hold on, let me back up. Did this one go down? What the heck did we duplicate? Maybe I canceled the duplicate. Okay, select the weapon mount. Select the weapon mount. Select the Deimos hole. Duplicate. Accept. Okay, maybe I canceled that first time. Now that you had both weapons on the bottom, now you can delete all your extra parts. Now, here's the thing. we have 2 mounts right here, and we don't want 2 mounts. So select your weapon mount, and then deselect your weapons. And then while you're over your weapon mount, click delete. And that will just delete 1 weapon mount, but if you select it, you'll see all your weapons are still attached. Okay? So same on the other side. Select the weapon mount, deselect the weapons, hover over your weapon mount, and click delete. And now we have 1 weapon mount with both weapons on it. And now that you have this, now these will duplicate right in place. So we can have 6 of these, and we want 3 on each side. So we're going to duplicate 2 of everything. So duplicate, oh crap. Duplicate, accept, duplicate. Oh man, it's not working. It's not working. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, that side's fine. Let's see if we can't move our camera to get this side to work out fine. How many do I have here? Okay, we have 1. How many do I have here? 1. All right, so let's see. Duplicate. There's 2. Duplicate. Nope. Duplicate. Nope. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so anyways, we did get 1 side done. So for this side, what we'll do is just drop down duplication twice. That's no big deal. So just bring out a Deimos hole again, duplicate it. Let's just move these down here. Duplicate 1 and put it over here. And now duplicate all of this up. And now we're going to duplicate down. So select the weapon mount and the Deimos hole and duplicate down. Now we have 2 weapons down here. So now let's do it again. Select the mount, select the Deimos hole, duplicate down, accept. All right, now we have 3 weapons on the bottom of both, but we have 3 weapon mounts right here. So again, select your weapon mount. You know what? We're not going to be able to delete these mounts because we're not going to be able to select all the weapons. We're only going to be able to deselect 1. Well, I guess in any case, it really doesn't matter. It's not like you could tell that there's 3 of them here anyways. So that's it. That's the Scorpion. But let's try one thing really quickly just to see if we can't maybe fix this from having 3 parts here. So what I want to do is let me duplicate this over here. Okay, let me delete this. All right. What I'm going to try here is I'm going to try to just duplicate down the weapons. I don't know if you can, but if we select both, maybe we can. So let's select both weapons in this bottom Deimos hole and duplicate. Yeah, they moved off to the side. But that's okay. While they're there, now let's see what happens. Select this weapon and this weapon. Nope, they like to go off to the side. So what if we just did 1 at a time? Well, they don't like to go down, that's for sure. That's a bummer. However, the whole entire weapon mount will. So you know what you could do? Let's delete this bottom one. Select this. duplicate it down. Select this. Wow, how many weapons do we have here? Okay, one weapon in each spot. Duplicate down. I wonder if maybe if I put one of these on the side, it'll stop a side duplication. No. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to get around that one. So, yeah, in any case, you're just going to have 3 things here unless you can get away with getting these to duplicate how we got them to go over on this side. I don't know why it wasn't working. Sometimes it's just all in like where your camera's at. Anyhow, not really a big deal. End of the day, doesn't really matter. Duplicate once, duplicate twice, delete, 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 delete. At this point, the last thing you really have to do on here is get your engines maxed out. So we're just going to duplicate these, okay? So bring in Deimos holes, and you're going to do a drop-down duplication. And then we're going to duplicate those up once, and then duplicate them up again. And now we got 6 engines inside there. You now have maximum engine power. And there she is, folks. DeathStalker. You got max crew, max jump range, max mobility, 130 speed, maximum weapon power, and only 240 cargo, but cargo's easy to hide, folks. You could always just hide it inside your grab drives. If you want me to show you that again, I can. Here's all you're going to do. Let me grab some paint off of this real quick. Grab a cargo that you want. So let's just put on another 1,200 pounds of cargo. Bring in a Galleon S204. Let's apply some paint. I'll put it like that. Now what I like to do is just hide it inside my grab drives always. That way it's out of the way and it doesn't change the way my ship looks. You know? Cargo's always just so ugly. But basically, if you just have a couple of points where you're going to make a drop-down point, select the bottom, select this, duplicate it down, and then delete the top one, and this, and this. Put this back in place now. Change the variant, change it back, cancel. And there you go, you got cargo. If you didn't like this, showing this boxy lines, then again, look, just duplicate that down once more. So select this, duplicate it. If it goes up, whatever, just do it again. Duplicate down. And now you can delete this top one and this one. And then we have one down there buried below. You can see I have 1,720 cargo. So there's a galleon somewhere down there. You can see the edge of it right there. So it's in there. And then, like I said, just delete these. Put this back in place. Change the variant, change it back, cancel. Done. There you go. So 1,720 cargo, and you're still at maximum mobility. . So, yep, that's it. I hope you liked this video. If you'd like to see more of my builds, I have a whole entire playlist that should pop up on the screen right now. If this video inspired you, gave you any ideas for starship building, or if you liked it and built this ship yourself, drop me a like. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for watching my video. We'll catch you on the next one, everybody. Peace out.